What's going on, YouTube? Diggy546. We pulled it out. We beat Dallas for the first time since 2016. I'm happy. I'm conflicted because I wanted Jamar Chase, and now I see there being no shot at all. Even if Washington loses today, I see there being no shot at Jamar Chase falling to 8 or 9 or 10. I see that just won't happen. So he's not falling. Now all of my laser focus is going to be going towards Kyle Pitts if we somehow don't make the playoffs, which is looking very likely. But back to this game. Let's not talk about this. The season is still happening. We're still in contention. Wow. Wow. The Giants, I mean, they pulled it off. They won a big game. This was the first game I've seen a like contending kind of game in years, and we came up with the win. We came out with the victory. DJ had a great game today. He didn't. He missed one throw earlier to Slayton that was a bad miss. I mean, you gotta hit someone wide open for a touchdown like that. He missed that throw short. A couple of other throws were short. I don't know what was going on with that. Maybe, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. He usually doesn't do that. But overall, he was hitting guys that were open. Guys were actually open today, believe it or not. But your favorite guy, your favorite tight end, our friendly neighborhood Pro Bowl tight end is letting passes hit him in the hands right here. He's throwing them up in the air, and they're getting intercepted. He's dropping wide open passes across the middle. It was just bad. I don't want to ever have to see Evan Ingram play another snap for the Giants again. Sadly, I probably will have to see it, but I don't want to ever see him have to play for the Giants again. It's always a struggle with this dude to just get anything out of him that's consistent. Caden Smith is so much more consistent than him. He's not the explosive player that he is. But how many touchdowns does Evan Ingram have this year? One, maybe two if you count rushing. He's not really that explosive as far as taking something and taking it to the house, obviously, because maybe he'd have more touchdowns if that was that. Maybe if they use him down the seam more, that's going back to Jason Garrett. So when I finished this game, I pretty much just had the same conclusion that I had before the game. The Giants need more receiving threats. Evan Ingram is a liability. Jason Garrett makes questionable play calling decisions. And Daniel Jones seems to be improving. He seems to be improving with how he's operating the offense. He's becoming more comfortable in it. And sadly, Jason Garrett will probably be fired this offseason. He'll have to learn a new offense again, hopefully one that actually fits him, because this right now is not getting it done. We had so many chances to win this game outright, and we kept shooting ourselves in the foot. We kept having issues with Evan Ingram dropping passes, or DJ missed a couple at the beginning, or just stupid play calls because you got Alfred Morris in there for an entire drive instead of just using Alfred Morris with Wayne Gallman. I think Wayne Gallman should be getting like 75% of the rushes, and the rest should be divided in between Alfred Morris and Dion Lewis. But for some reason, it's like this 50-50 split. Speaking of Wayne Gallman, he almost lost the game at the end, but we were able to hold on. Shout out to Xavier Mckinney. Big shout out to Xavier McKinney, because I made those film sessions and people said, I'm disappointed. He's a bust. He's not good. I understand maybe we should have taken Chase Claypool above him. I agree with that. But Xavier McKinney this year, he's gotten better and better every week. Last week he had a down game, and today he made a couple of great plays. He shut down a screen. He sheds blocks very easily, and he shut down one screen. He made the game-sealing interception caused by pressure from Leonard Williams, and he was all over the place today. He played a lot of slot corner. He played outside a couple of times, and I like what I saw from Xavier McKinney, just like I always have. He's getting better and better as everything is getting along. And then when you look at Leonard Williams and his defensive line, Dalvin Tomlinson broke through on a sack. Leonard Williams got 2 sacks today. Kyler Fackrell got a sack. I don't know how many sacks we had in total, but we dominated them on the defensive line. Just with Kyler Fackrell coming back and being able to move Leonard Williams outside to that other side, we were able to limit those rushes to the edge, which I talked about. Those were huge problems. Tay Crowder had a little bit better of a game. He broke through a couple of times, and Blake Martinez did what he always does. But I'm just so proud of this team coming in fighting with Joe Judge as the head coach and just fighting all the way to the end. Because when Evan Ingram dropped that pass, I sure gave up on that game. I sure did. That was demoralizing. The team started to, get on the ropes for that. They started to, have to lean on the ropes and try to dodge some punches after Evan Ingram dropped that. But I was pretty much done. But to see this team fight back and, after they gave up field goal after field goal after field goal, they kept going down the field. And to see them fight back and finish this game on defense and then finishing on offense with the offensive line blocking, they were great today. They were great against this Dallas pass rush. They let up a couple of sacks, but for most part, DJ had a clean pocket. We were able to run the football. I think we were over 100 running the ball. And, of course, Daniel Jones was lying this offseason. Or Daniel Jones was lying this past week, saying that he wasn't able to run. We had like 3 or 4 design run plays, and I think Dallas was like hyper ready for it. I think they were just really ready because of what he said this last couple of days. So they were ready for it, and we didn't really get much out of that run. But if we do make the playoffs, just know that DJ will have that ability to run the football if he needs to. Andy Dalton scared me a couple of times today, but at the end of the day, he threw the game-losing pick. And I'm just happy about it. This team really came out, and they battled all the way to the end, and we got a shot. With the Philly loss, we're in the playoffs. If not, we get to end the season with a W. What could we ask for better than this? A lot of Giants fans had us saying 6-10. A lot of them said 6-10 before the season. So this team they're about on par of what a lot of people thought they would do this season. I thought that they would do better, but like I said, the consensus was mostly like 6-10, 5-11, 7-9. So this is around what they thought they'd be. The team is going to continue to improve with some weapons for DJ. Hopefully it's Kyle Pitts and Evan Ingram goes. Hopefully Evan Ingram is done here. Trade him for a 5th round pick, 6th round, whatever you got to do to get him out of here. Like I said, hopefully that's it for him. Hopefully we go out and get Allen Robinson this offseason or Kenny Golladay or a receiver that's going to help us. But shout out to Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton. They showed up today, and they're going to make great number 2, number 3 kind of options. Or, they're going to make great depth for the receivers that we bring in here, and especially to go along with someone like Kyle Pitts. But that's my number 1 target. You guys let me know, are you rooting for a win or a loss from Philly tonight? Let me know. Giants won their last game of the season, maybe. And I'm happy for it. We finally beat Dallas.